Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's I, Dave, the Tabletop Wanderer, and we are back with some more 4 Against Darkness with our Overland campaign. And yeah, so we got the party right here: Radford, Marla, Arama, and Bram right there. And just to show you, if you guys haven't been on my YouTube, you have been on my YouTube, you're watching this right now. My Facebook group, I'm starting up the Black Flame Society. These guys are part of the Black Flame Society, and I drew up the catacomb, the Minotaur catacomb. That's what I ended up calling it, the Minotaur catacomb. And I took a picture of this and I threw it up on my Facebook group. And this was basically the dungeon that we did last time. I haven't journaled anything out just yet, but I will. But I want to be doing these sort of maps for whatever dungeons we find in our Overland campaign. So we got my tablet here with the books in there, the core book, and then, you know, all the other supplements that I showed on the last one. So we are here, and we are going to continue with Tantalizing Trails of Turmoil and a Treasure. Yes, that is what we're going to do. Let me just clean this up a bit, throw that over there, because we're not going to be needing it for just yet. Never know. And our characters, they came out of the catacombs right here. This was the first hex that we generated on the first episode, actually, and this was the Overland hex that we generated. So we're going to continue. So our characters came out through here, and they're going to go through this on this road to see what's over here. Oh, another thing. So yeah. I got a reply for the treasure features here on the table. So one of my things was on the flow chart. It says, like, you can search, what was it? Oh, if win, roll d6 on treasure tables. But something happened because, like, the skeletons, they have no treasure. And I was wondering, okay, if the skeletons have no treasure, do I roll on the flow chart, which is right there in front of me, on the treasure? No. So this supersedes anything from what I can gather from what a viewer told me. Sorry, I can't remember your name. I'm really bad at this YouTube thing. I should jot down everyone's name and then shout them out. But from what the viewer told me, Andrea says that this here supersedes anything on the flowchart. Okay, so if from now on, if we roll up a skeleton, it says no treasure, there's no treasure, even if in the flowchart there is treasure. So I more or less did what was supposed to be. Okay, but we got that down now. So yeah, we are going to be doing that right there. So without further ado, let's get our party started. And they are going through the hex. So rolling for hex events. Okay, no, we need to figure out a new hex and generating a hex. So choose a hex near the center of the map. We got that. Determine the city. Okay, we got that. Entering hex with road. First we need to generate the hex. Move to it. How do we do? Where's the generating a hex? Table of contents. Okay. Hex and movements and rations. No. Move to adjacent hit and determine terrain type. What was that? On page 5. Okay, page 5. We've got here. It's right here. Move to an adjacent hex. So our party is here. We are right there. And they're going to move up to this hex right there. So we need to roll D100. Oh, forgot my dice. Give me a sec. I got them right here. We need to roll for the hex. And it is, what does it say? Coming through a hedge, an edge on the road, roll for portscape. Move to adjacent hex. If an already adjacent hex goes step up, roll for terrain. So let's roll for the terrain right here with a 100. Let's see what we get. We got a 15 right there. And 15 is glacier. Oh, okay. So we got ourselves a glacier right here. And that is pretty weird that the road starts and ends right here. Do we want to do that though? Because what I'm thinking is, okay, is this the only... Well, this could be a trail. Yeah, it could be a trail. Instead of a road, it could be a trail. Sort of. Which our party had to overcome all of this to get there. But you know what? That doesn't make a lot of sense. So I am just going to call this one Grasslands also. Okay, just for narrative purposes and to make a bit of sense. Okay, so this is Grassland. And if we do get a glacier or something else over here on this next one, okay, we will do that. But this one right here is going to be Grasslands also, okay? Just for, you know, story wise, and to make this make a little bit of sense, because to me it doesn't make a lot of sense coming from Grasslands into a glacier straight on, okay? I know there has to be one or the other, like there has to be a point where the glacier does turn into a bit of grassland. Okay, I get that, but not when there's a road through here. Okay, so let's go. If the party's coming through an edge without a road, no, the party's coming through an edge with the road. If new hex has no edges with roads, if new hex has one edge with road, roll a d6. Okay, let's roll a d6 and see what we get there. Where's my d6? Right here. We got a 1. And the road ends in the hex connecting to the special feature. So, yeah, it does end here. I'm guessing this is the one. So I'm guessing the road is going to continue through. But which way? Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's cocked. 5. Okay, it was 5 anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the road is going to continue going up northwest, sort of like that. Snaky road. Okay, we got that. If new hex has no edges with a river, roll d100, tricking the probability of... Okay, I'm going to say that this hex does not have any rivers, okay? Just so that, you know, once again, narrative-wise, because it will make no sense having a river starting here and a river starting there. So if we ever do come down this way, we'll continue the river and not the road, okay? That is what we'll be doing. Now, do we have any special interests in here? If unexplored hex, roll to find special features, hex with road or roadless, hex tables. We got a road. We do have a road right here. So D12. And let's see. Oh! That went way off. 8. A trading post always connects to the road. Nice. We got a trading post right here. And how do they... Oh, they make the trading post like this. Okay, so we're going to make a trading post. That there. That one there. That one there. This one like this. Like that. Like that. I know it's not pretty, but it's what I know how to do. And that is our trading post. Cool. Where did I write out all this stuff? I know I had a sheet of paper with... Oh, right here. Got it right here. Okay, so number 2 is grasslands. And we get a trading post. Right there. So I'm going to put number 2 here. We got ourselves a trading post. And in this trading post, what can we do? Now, is there anything here? Roll d6. So we go here. Trading post. Roll d6. If result is even, roll on traveler table. Okay, roll d6. If it's an even number, 2 it is. If it is an even, roll on the traveler table under NPCs number 9. Let's see where that is. Traveler table right here. And we need to roll another d6. 3. 3 says, meet traveling merchant. Expert parties. Merchant is a sage or a storyteller, random every time. All parties. Merchant acts like trading post, buys 20% lower and sells 20% higher than the TP. Okay, so let's do is a sage or a storyteller. Now, is there anything here that we can use for that? Let me see. The farmers in the field. Okay, it doesn't say anything. Troubles, weather condition, wandering monsters, denizen monsters, overland rules and hexes. So for C, I'm just looking to see if I can find anything with a sage. Okay, we'll just say that he is a traveling merchant sort of thing. And he wants to get us some... We can buy stuff or sell stuff off of him. Traveling merchant. I really need to fix up my calligraphy. Traveling merchant. And... merchant is a sage or a storyteller, random every time. Yeah, but there's nothing here that will... Dwarf names. Elf names. I don't see anything here that will, connect to that. Storyteller, some random stuff for that. Quest table, dungeon effects. Okay, there's nothing. There's nothing here for that. But let's do this. So we have a quest. We had a quest in that dungeon to find the noble's son, but we did not make that. We did not find the noble's son. However, I took it upon myself to say that that is the main objective of this whole gameplay. Our party was hired to find the son, and they're trying to pick up clues to see where the son of the noble could be. And the first thing they found was the first clue that they had was to go to these catacombs, the Minotaur catacombs. But they got there and the son was not there. So now they have to find out clues for where the son is. And what I'm thinking is, let me grab this. Does this traveling merchant know anything about the noble's son's whereabouts? Let's roll. Yes, but... Oh, give me a second. I'm going to just get my GME. Once again, for those that have been following me on the channel, I've got myself Moses's GME right here. And we go to the Oracle. Yes, we got a yes, but. Yes, but. Roll on the verb and noun table. Small issue obstacles. So let's go here. Let's get a verb and a noun. So sorry. So the verb we get is 22. And 22 says charm. And the noun now is a 53. Brotherhood. Ooh. So we got charm and brotherhood. What I get from this is the merchant tells us that he's heard a rumor that a brotherhood of sorts might have the child. They probably kidnapped the child, the son of the noble. And for us, we need to charm someone that, you know, get in their good graces, someone that belongs to the brotherhood, and see if we could get in there and get some more information. Yes, I do think that is what the merchant says. So we need to charm a member of the brotherhood and try to get some information. I think that's what it is. Brotherhood and get info. Okay, that is what I'm getting from this. So we say goodbye to the traveling merchant here. And the road continues up that way, so we're going to continue up that way. And let's see what we get there on the hex for the terrain. Let's see. Let me just do that there. I hope you guys are all enjoying. If you are enjoying the video and this playthrough, you know, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Hit the notification bell button. We go to 79, and 79 says mountains. Okay. We get some mountains now. We get some mountains right here. Like that. Do a small one there. Make a bigger one over there. Make a little one, tiny little ones here. And this will be number 3. Right there. I need to get a finer tip pen for this. And what do we get on that? So we're going to need to roll on D12. D12. Get a 2. And we got a catacombs again. Nah, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like... Oh, first we need to see where the road goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see that. Let's see if the road goes to 2. So 1, 2. That's basically where we come from. So let's do something else. 6. It goes all the way up. Okay. Just, you know, to make this a bit funner, more enjoyable. And it goes there through the pass, through this sort of valley in between the mountains. All right, and now let's roll on that D12 to see what we get in here. A 6, and 6 says a tavern. So, right down here, just before we go through the mountain pass, right, we get ourselves a tavern. And the tavern here, it looks something like this. right? Goes across like that, like that, like that, and then it's got the roof thingy over there. Okay, that's our tavern. Really badly drawn, but you know, it is what it is. And now, do we find anything in the tavern? So over here we see tavern. Roll d6. If odd, roll on the traveler table. Okay. 4. It is even. Okay, so we do not roll on that. Each character may pay 10 gold pieces to heal 1 HP. Each caster may pay an additional 40 gold pieces for meditation room to regain spells. Expert parties may hire lantern bearer, minstrel, or porter. Okay, there's one thing though. We've been going through all this and I haven't even touched the rations yet. I just realized that. So, everyone's got some rations, right? Do they or do they not? Oh, no one has rations. I guess then that is a thing. Okay. So we'll just say, let's see, how much gold do they have? Well, Marl has 24 gold and Bram has 20. So they stayed at the tavern and does this road split off? We did not do that. We did not do that. So we need to find out if this road does split off or not. 2. It does not split. Okay. Roll d6 to determine one additional exit edge. Well, if it does not split, roll d6 to determine one additional exit edge. Well, I guess we've done that. I've done that straight away. I wanted to see if it split off because it could have come around here and go down this way or that way or that way. It does not split off, so we will have to go through the mountain pass. So let's go here. And I was thinking, could there be anyone in the tavern that could give us some information on the whereabouts of the Brotherhood? Let's see. Let's ask the Oracle. Mr. Oracle, is there anyone in the tavern that can give us some information on the whereabouts of the Brotherhood? Yes, and so there is someone in there that does know something about the Brotherhood. And on Moses's Oracle, yes, and that is an extreme yes. So roll on the random event generator and the verb and noun. So random event generator, we got that right here. We need to roll a d20. So let's roll the d20. And we get a 16. And 16 says rare resource discovered. Ooh. Rare resource discovered. There goes my neighbor. Resource discovered. We need to figure out what resource that is. But hopefully the verb and noun table will help us with that. Let's see. We get this and this. So the verb, we get a 93. That was that. 93. And 93 is uplift. Uplift. And for the noun, we get an 88. Him. Uplift him. I know what it is. I know what this is. This is a parchment. So this will be a parchment. with a long lost piece of music. Okay, now what does this long lost piece of music do? I have no idea yet, but I'm starting to get this thing. And the brotherhood of this is a brotherhood that they're sort of rogue priests sort of thing. That's it. They're rogue priests. The brotherhood is the brotherhood are rogue priests. And they kidnapped the son for a ritual of some sort. Yeah, very generic, very tropey, I know. For a ritual. But they need this parchment. They need this hymn, this piece of music which is written down, and it's a hymn so they can sing and chant, and it uplifts them, and that way they need that for the ritual itself. Okay, so the hymn is needed for the ritual. And of course, the son is needed. The kid is also needed for the ritual. Okay, and we're coming up on half an hour nearly, and I am going to stop right there, right here, with this bit of information. We went through another bit of grasslands. We found a trading post there. We talked to a traveling merchant, and he told us about the brotherhood and a charm. Oh, and the way we can charm this member of the brotherhood is by getting this piece of parchment, which someone in this tavern in the mountains, right on the base of the mountain, they told us, oh yeah, there's this brotherhood of rogue priests, and I've heard they want to do some sort of a ritual, and they kidnapped the kid for the ritual, but they're missing one vital piece for the ritual, and that is this parchment with a long lost piece of music, which is a hymn, so they can sing and uplift themselves and, I don't know, summon whoever it is, okay? But they have not found that yet. So I'm guessing that is going to be our job, to get that piece of parchment, and you never know, find out the brotherhood and save the kid. But that will have to continue on the next episode, okay? Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So, bye-bye.